Guys, we're back at the Art of Whiskey at the Whiskey Blendery. Q's a guy who works with the Whiskey Blendery and at the Whiskey Blendery as a master blender. And there's quite a few things he learned. Now, a couple of things. Walk us through this oil on the barrel. Why does a barrel leak?
Yeah, so this is the resin that actually comes out when you have a whiskey and it's aging, it creates natural wood sugars. And when the temperature changes, the wood swells and contracts and swells and contracts. So when it has little bit of micro, because this is, none of this right here is actually sealed with any type of glue or anything. These are just the staves of the wood. So as it swells and contracts in that whiskey, sometimes there's little holes in it and it comes out like a sap in a wood. And this is just different remnants of that.
Now, does that affect the flavor in any way, shape, and form?
Not necessarily. This is more like something that's going to be external. What's happening on the internal side of it, the temperature in here and the actual changing of the climate and environments are going to affect the whiskey itself.
Now, when you see this coming out of the barrel, does this mean this barrel's a good barrel in terms of like, yo, should you pick this barrel to potentially open and drink?
Now, depending on that, for me, like, I think those factors are a little bit different. There's so many more things that go into choosing the barrel initially. This also can signal that there's a leak from something above, which gives us kind of the idea that we need to inspect what we expect out of the barrels to make sure there's nothing happening above and below. But it doesn't necessarily mean that this is ready, doesn't necessarily mean that this is not ready. It just determines that, hey, we got to make sure that we have our quality control what's above and that this is going through this natural aging process. You can look around, you'll see that happening on a lot of different barrels in a lot of different areas, and it's pretty normal from here. If you see something that's consistent or there's a puddle on the floor, that's going to be something that's more of an indication that we need to change things up.
And do you know, are all barrels normally stored like this?
No, so there's different, with the rack position, it has a lot to do with where the access point is. So this is the bung for the barrel, and these are in the rack position. A lot of brick houses do it this way, and it makes it easy for people to stack large quantities over time. And if you look at these guys over here, the bung is a top bung, and that bung is top, so we do a pyramid this way, which isn't always sound for storage, but for the purposes of them, depending on where they are, that's how they're racked.
Interesting. And so, which whiskey's better? Is it the one that has the bung on the side or the bung on the top?
Yes. Absolutely.
Which one?
That's the question, right? You don't know until you open it. And that's the best part about the game. You have no idea until you open and taste what's inside. Two barrels can be from the same brick house, made from the same cooperage, and sit next to each other and have completely different profiles. That's the really cool thing about the whiskey, because you'll have a sister barrel, same ingredients, same time they were barreled, but the wood is different, a tree's different, or the part of the wood's different, and those slight variations affect what's inside, more so than where it's exposed and you have access to it.
And so far, since you've been cracking barrels, opening them, blending, tasting whiskey, what's been one of your favorite barrels, and can you actually taste the difference in the wood? You're like, I like that.
Yeah. So there's a couple of them that are my favorite. Like, we look at this guy, it's a Kelvin Cooperage 95 Rye. This is a really unique flavor. It's probably one of the most unique I've ever seen. It actually has an orange zest to it, which is bizarre because there's no orange in it. But it just tastes like an orangey, zesty citrus and something that's different. Most 95 Ryes that we have, this is another one here. This guy tastes a lot different. I just think that was very memorable because I've never had a whiskey just taste like oranges for no reason at all other than the wood.
That makes sense. And mind you, people, that's the orange juice barrel?
Yeah.
That's the one that had to get the orange juice.
I called my Orange Jubilee with the old Mad Dog.
Yeah,
it was pretty cool.
See, and that's that orange juice. It's the craziest thing in the world because you can literally taste the orange juice. And that's what made me blend the whiskey with the orange juice and try that out to see if it got better. Work? And it's amazing. And you know what's even more interesting? You know which one it tastes the best with? Higher power.
Really?
You got some higher power?
I've had higher power, yes.
Do we have some open?
Yeah, we do.
Bring some so you can try this. We'll get you on film. Just mix a little orange juice with it. I just want you to try it.
Yeah, I'm about to say, it's breakfast right now. I mean, that's going to be interesting. But yeah, I'm down.
Stay tuned, people. When we come back, Q's going to put a little orange juice in a cup with higher power and give us some feedback on what he thinks.
That's going to be interesting. Yeah. Orange juice with higher power.
Yeah, just bring your little...
That's going to be... Oh, man, it's early.
You be fine.
I had a night last night.
I heard that.
It was like, there was a guy that had whiskey.
Q went and got us some higher power. It's 126? 24?
Yeah, north of 126.
North of 126. It is straight cask strength. If you have not drank whiskey before, I wouldn't recommend starting there because it's mind blowing.
It's got some higher power. It's a good single barrel.
You said that you've done the orange juice thing before with whiskey.
Yeah, that was in my youth. That was definitely in my youth. I put orange juice, cranberry, Coke, more whiskey,
Cocaína.
other alcohol, Red Bull.
Mix it
But
all, huh?
I don't go to those places anymore. So
2-1 is just to like color the chain. It's about an ounce. That'll do.
I'm not looking forward to this, to be honest with you.
You know, but we want an honest reaction, man.
I'll be completely honest. I just don't feel like drinking whiskey and orange juice. But as they would say, I guess in 2000, do it for the gram. I'm not gonna lie. Something about warm orange juice and whiskey, I'm just not here for. But I'll tell you, like, it's not disgusting. It tastes like spiked orange juice, but I thought it tastes more. It's not bad. It's not good. It's not good. I would not drink this drink, but okay.
And that's it warm though. The orange.
Yeah, if you put some ice in there and put me by the pool on a day when I actually want to let my hair down, I would not say no to one.
Or 2. You don't know that.
After the one, I would probably have a 2. It's not. It's so. I mean, it tastes like something that you would have in your 20s when you're trying to go to a club and get there quickly, and you need to pound something that you're not ready to drink. I'm just not at that stage in my life anymore, but I can understand. It's not terrible. The taste isn't terrible.
Yeah.
This isn't quite
So you keep going back.
Yeah, it gets better.
That's what you just keep watching for. You sometimes just patience is the name of the game.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad.
Jesus.
And we're back. It's like that high power is working already.
I haven't had none. So, what would be some of your favorite whiskeys to recommend somebody trying if they're just getting to the whiskey space? I've had to ask everyone this question. Your favorite starters?
Yeah, man. There's a few. I mean, obviously you can go with.
What's up, man? How you doing?
There's a few, and I think I've been having some single barrels that have been pretty nice. Like there was a Jim Beam single barrel that I was very surprised by. $33. It was decent, but honestly, I'm a whiskey blendery snob, man. So don't bring me. If you come out riding a Porsche, you can't really go back from there. I'm gonna be completely transparent with you.
No,
I mean, that's me.
I'm saying that, but 9 out of 10 people who can't get here, then you
Yeah.
recommend the.
Yeah, man. Somebody told me that yesterday. There is a single barrel from Jim Beam. It is a budget bottles. It's something because what I'm noticing is my collection is nothing but blendery bottles, and those projects, as you know, you can't recreate. And if you're drinking those and going through them and you want to save them, you have to have something that's kind of a placeholder for you to be in. And I've been very surprised. That was a decent bottle. There's a Penelope 15-year that's not a budget bottle, but that was incredible. It's also MGP juice that was fantastic. And I think that's a good place to start. And then from there, you can kind of figure out there's a rare breed wild turkey barrel proof that is phenomenal, outstanding. I love that. Any of the Russells 10 years are fantastic as well. You can go to like your goody and pick them up for $50. I think that for me, wild turkey rare breed has been one of my faves. Absolute fave.
That's $50.
Yeah, $50.
Check that out.
Absolute fave.
Just like you said, I need a placeholder there.
Yeah, that one right there is a placeholder that doesn't feel like a placeholder.
I don't want to dip into my golden grains, you know?
Exactly.
So, yeah, exactly.
So if you like golden grains, you like that Amburana, there's one that's called RD1. Andy put me on this one. That one's fantastic. It's a bourbon that's Amburana finished. Tastes like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I think that bottle also is around $58. Not super expensive, delicious.
RD1?
RD1. It's got a green label on it.
Is
That one's
that
pretty
specs,
solid.
goody goody?
You can get them probably at both.
Total Wine?
All three.
Ooh.
Absolutely. So my favorite rare breed, Russells. Russells you're going to pay a little bit more for, but it's phenomenal. I love that flavor profile. And then if you like the Amburana finish, the RD1, it's not super sweet. I wasn't a fan of the Penelope ones. And then if you want to go extra budget bottle, you can do the Jim Beam single barrel. I was very surprised because Jim and I, from the very first night we got together,
No, just no.
that one was good, bro.
How much? What was the price for?
$33. $33. That's how I'm gonna stretch my blendery out a little bit. That $100 will get you a long way.
Hey, look, and that sounds like, because that's 3 bottles.
Yeah.
That's 3 bottles under
Wild
100.
Turkey Rare Breed, RD1, and then the Jim Beam. You got that $100, you're good. Your whiskey blendery bottle will last a little bit longer.
And that's the point, because you only pull out the good stuff when we're like, hey, I want to finish the
Yeah.
night strong.
Not everybody can come to my house and drink that.
No.
And take it quickly.
I had to hide him once from Jack. Boy, I woke up, he had this sitting next to the OJ. I said, man, what's going on here?
Yeah.
He done found his home in my stuff. Look, buddy.
If you're not drinking with somebody that's going to appreciate the whiskey and they're going to plow through it and pound it, and they want to put orange juice in it, I feel like those are good ones to start with.
Yeah, no. Someone asked me to make an old fashioned with my golden grains. I was like, nope.
Absolutely.
That is not happening.
That's not the purpose.
That
of
is
it.
not. I got some Four Roses in there you could probably use.
That's like somebody, hey, do you want to go on a drag race? Use my Porsche. No. You can't even drive a stick. No.
That part right there.
You got to earn it. Yeah, those are great.
So look, you learn firsthand, again, a little bit about the oil in the barrels, that there is no right or magic potion for the barrels. You open one barrel at a time and see what happens, basically. And then, see?
My headache's gone. I'll tell you that. There you go.
Yes,
Get you a Manmosa to start the day.
We just needed, look, we got to come up with a name for this, because I think it's going to be a thing, man.
Nah, it's not going to be a thing,
I think
man. It's not going to be a
Every
thing.
time I said something's going to be a thing, trust me, it become a thing. It's going to be a thing. He just took 4 swigs of it and he feels better.
I'm trying to figure it out. Yeah.
He can't make sense of it. I knew it.
Yeah. Another one.
I knew it. Guys, stay tuned as always. Keep it whiskey, man.